Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about transit Black Moon Lilith conjunct Natal Black Moon Lilith. Now, when you have transits that involve the Black Moon Lilith, it could be about negative manifestation, the energy it's hitting, formidable adversary, powerful enemy, trauma, it could be physical, emotional, even sexual abuse, and a void in one's life. And the thing about this is when you have this transit of the Black Moon Lilith hitting your natal Black Moon Lilith, which you could call the most intense part of the Black Moon Lilith return, is that you could have a very negative manifestation. Could be a formidable adversary, powerful enemy. It might be trauma, physical, emotional, even sexual abuse, even a void. It could be in suffering. It could be that the suffering, whatever you're going through, might be exacerbated during this time, or it might be done through some powerful enemy, might be causing you more suffering, might be giving you more adversity to deal with. I mean, if it's, say, if it's in Libra, the seventh house, it could be through some legal matter. It could be a legal opponent or adversary. It might be something where the Black Moon Lilith is connected with what you don't want unveiled. So it's something where when you're dealing with this transit, it can be some trauma that maybe you've gone through, whether it's a physical situation, whether it's emotional, or it could be sexual abuse. Say if it's in Scorpio in the fourth house, it could be some sexual abuse from a family member in some isolated cases with very sadistic energy. It might have been done more sadistically, if that's a word. It can be something where a powerful enemy might put you in a state of trepidation or fear, or what you don't want unveiled can be strongly connected with what puts you in that strong state of fright or that strong state of trepidation. If it's like say if it's an Aries, it could be something of a physical nature or something volatile. Maybe it could simply be taking the initiative or having enterprise and doing something, having the courage or fortitude to do to take some action in some matter. And you might be seeing the worst side of a powerful enemy at this time, because the Black Moon Lilith is connected, the negative manifestation of whatever it's hitting, and it could be you might see the worst of the enemy of a powerful adversary at this time. And the thing about this too is that the Black Moon Lilith is also connected, connected with the dark side of the zodiac sign. So this is something when you're having this contact, and it's basically the Black Moon Lilith return. The dark side is really, as far as what you don't want unveiled, can be more intensified. Now, in some cases, this won't actually be that return, because, like, if you have the transit, say for example, if the transit is at 29 degrees Cancer, and your natal Black Moon Lilith placement is 0 degrees Leo, it can be something, in that instance, it's not going to be a return, because it will be in different signs, but it will still be conjunct by aspect. Another thing too is that this is very, Black Moon Lilith can be very nefarious energy, and you might be seeing there might be something connected with you that might have been nefarious, that might be something that you don't want unveiled or to come out, basically, whether it might have been some criminal activity. Say if it's in Gemini, it could be something with theft, or could be plagiarizing, stolen identity, perhaps. It could be a situation to, the Black Moon Lilith again is connected with abuse and trauma. So that is something that you don't really, again, you don't really want to come out at this time, and that may be more emphasized more so than ever. It could be that a powerful enemy may be causing more abuse for you and more suffering, whether it's of a physical nature, it could be an emotional nature, or even a sexual one in some cases. It could also be a time too where you might be, you know, if there's any obsessions going on right now, it might be a time where it could be more intensified. And keep in mind too, though, that the Black Moon Lilith is also associated with the void in one's life. So on a positive end, you know, maybe being you might not have that obsessive or fixated energy on something that you may have had previously, which could actually be a good thing. And the thing about this too is again that this is the um, Black Moon Lilith is connected with the negative manifestation of the sign that it is in. And I mean, you know, if it's in Leo, it could be a very, you know, domineering, you know, arrogant energy that you don't want unveiled. It can be something where, as well, when you look at this, uh, the Black Moon Lilith is connected with the void and emptiness. So it might be something too where, since you're having, you know, there might be some situation when you have this transit that, you know, dealing with, you know, an enemy at this time, a powerful enemy, might be tied in maybe to some kind of, you know, feeling of emptiness. Again, if it's an Aries, maybe if you feel like you're losing a battle with somebody, maybe there's some void in your mind anyway, connected with courage or fortitude or valor, or taking action. And it could also be, I mean, again, Black Moon Lilith can be associated with trauma. So it might be something that, you know, dealing with trauma might be putting you in a strong state of fright or trepidation, but things have to always, you know, be dealt with at some point or another. And another way this could manifest and pan out, this could be something, you know, nefarious you may have been involved in, whether it's some criminal activity, what have you, that you don't want unveiled. Now, let's say, for example, if this transit is in Leo in the 12th house, it could be some kind of child pornography. Remember, Leo, the zodiac sign Leo is associated with children. 12th house is the house of filmography. If it's in Taurus in the 8th house is another example. It could be something with extortion or embezzlement. It could be any, you know, financial crime, whether it's some kind of financial fraud. Um, you know, Gemini could be something with, you know, plagiarism or forgery or identity theft. Another way this could be expressed, this could be a time where you might be very obsessed and fixated with a powerful enemy. Say if this falls in Scorpio in the 10th house as an example, it could be somebody that was very manipulative, and which is in vengeful, which is Scorpio, that might have done something to hurt your public image and reputation, that has vilified you. Um, it could be also, remember, the Black Moon Lilith is associated with death. And it could be, in some cases, the death of a prominent person or someone that's played a provocative role in your life scheme, or even an adversary. Now, say if this falls in Gemini in the 12th house as an example, it could be somebody that might have been, you know, say if it was a prominent person in your life, somebody that helped you outmaneuver hidden adversaries, people that were posing as friends but may have actually been using you, and maybe helped you employ clever ways of finding out what they were really about. If it's in Aries in the 12th house, maybe it's somebody that passes away that helped you deal, you have the courage and fortitude to confront those hidden enemies. And another thing to remember, the Black Moon Lilith can be connected with what may put one in a strong state of fright or trepidation. And it can be something, and it's also the dark, you know, the dark side of someone or something. Say if this falls in Pisces in the 11th house, as an example. Hold on a moment, people. Again, if this falls in Pisces in the 11th house as an example, it could be somebody that may be is passive or very weak-willed or deceptive, and it could be of a friend. That in the 11th house can be connected with friends, of course. Some cases, this could be some physical or emotional trauma or abuse, which may cause more suffering. If it's in Capricorn, if it's a physical nature, it could be something associated with the bones, the knees, the skins, the joints, the hamstrings. And keep in mind too, the Black Moon Lilith is also connected with very strong, powerful, erotic sexual energy, to be very uninhibited, unrestrained sexual energy. And it might be something that you don't really want unveiled. You want to keep this, for whatever reason, more discreet and more quiet about it than usual. Again, going to the zodiac sign Gemini, it could be an infatuation, for younger people. If it's an Aries, it could be very aggressive, forceful type of very rough sex. And I will say too, before I head out, that conjunctions in astrology can be neutral. They can be, they're very intensifying energy. It's integrating and amplifying. They can have positive and negative aspects to it. And the thing is, a lot of this, how this manifests, can be predicated and dependent on the other aspects this makes to points in your natal chart. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.